Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ivan, and I'm here because I want to talk about again today about dividend investing versus investing in the S&P 500. I get the logic that if you're older, if you're older, you're about to retire, then you should kind of move to dividend investing if that's what you want. I get that. You as you get older, you want to be safe, you want to feel safe, you don't want to be as much as possible, like you want to stay as much as possible out of the market, right? You don't want as much volatility in your retirement income. I 100 support that thought. At the same time, I believe if you're young, if you have at least 15 years to retirement, 15, 20 or more, I believe that you should just focus on growth. 100% on growth. If someone is telling you otherwise, they are doing a disservice. They are lying to you or they want to sell you a course. Because by not investing as you young or have a 20, 15 years time horizon before retirement, if you don't invest in growth, you are leaving money on the table. Okay? You are leaving money on the table. And the thing is that not every company pays a dividend, right? Not every company has a 50, 60 years or 40, whatever, give it a number. Not every company has a a dividend track history, if that's the right the way to put it. No, not every company does that, and that's because not every company can pay a dividend and yet sustain it. They tell you about the risk about investing in dividend stocks, that dividends are not, I mean, they don't have to pay you a dividend. They can just cut it out. They can just cut it, eradicate that dividend, because they are overpaying you. Instead of reinvesting back that money into their company, into the company, they rather give you the money. And I think that's a wrong way of managing your money. It's the same way as if you want to pay yourself, like when you get paid, right? What should you do with your money? You should just put a part of your money into the investment. They take to pay yourself first. When a company when a company does not pay themselves first, then they're doing a disservice to the shareholders. You got to understand this. This is not about being emotional or investing with your feelings. I'm going to give you an example. Tell me a person that does not buy from Amazon. I've been overseas and they're still paying, sorry, and they're still buying through Amazon overseas. Okay, we live in the United States. Let's bring it back home. If you live in the United States, you use Amazon. You use Netflix if you pay for Netflix. You use Google. You use Apple, right? You can say, hey, Apple is already paying a dividend, but Google is not paying a dividend. But even though Google is not paying a dividend, why can't you take advantage of the stock price appreciation? Come on, guys. You gotta think with your head. Every single person that I'm sorry, Every single I'm over exaggerated. Every single person when a stock just like Nvidia, what's the first thing to tell you? Oh, I have a portion, but I wished that I had bought more of it. Because that's the logic. You do not know which company is gonna just rise to the top. It's like it's look at Apple. Apple has cell phones. Like almost every person that I know has an iPhone phone. You know, and even if they have like an Android, they be like, I like Androids, but I also like I get the point of having an iPhone. And Nvidia just skyrocket just because they are they're really going heavy on AI because that's the trend. The trend right now is AI. So if a company rises like Nvidia and you already own it in the S&P 500, like I don't have to regret about not owning Nvidia because I already own Nvidia. I don't have to regret about you know uh, um let's say Microsoft being in the top the number one company in the top 10 of the S&P 500 because I already own it. Apple drifted away. I don't care about Apple drifting away because another company will take its spot. This is I just don't get it. Oh, like oh I just want to buy Coca-Cola because they pay a dividend. They have a track record. Yes, 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 yes. I get it. I get it. But and they say, oh, Warren Buffett bought it in the whatever 1960. I'm just spend numbers here, or in the 1950s, or in the 70s, and oh, because that he wants it. He knows something. How about when Warren Buffett dies, and whoever continues with the company? How about if they sell Coca Cola? Are you gonna think differently because uh, 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 Berkshire Hathaway sold their Coca-Cola stocks. Look, he sold I think last year he sold a ton of Apple, and Apple is that a reason that Apple is drifting, like the share price is going down. It might because I think he sold if not millions, billions of dollars of Apple. I don't have to reminisce. Is that the right? No, like oh, I wish I had, I wish I had bought more of X stock of X company. You don't have to you regret not buying it because it's already if it's in the top 500 companies, you already own it. The thing is that people want to get rich quick, and yeah, there are cases where hey, I invested I bought 100 shares of a company, and for no reason the company goes crazy. Remember, like with GameStop, who would have thought that these things were gonna happen with GameStop, and it did, and a lot of people make money. I didn't. I wanted to get in, but I felt like I was late into the game. That's more or less when I started investing. I and you know and by the time I heard about GameStop, it was already late. But my point is, why you want to you know why you want to put on a side why you want to put on a side companies that you see every single day that you use every single day or every other day or maybe once a week or once a month. Like, why don't you want to capture the moment, like enjoy the ride? I get the point about oh you need I need you need a lot of money to retire of the S&P 500 and versus dividend stocks. Again, I said it. If you're getting to the retirement age, okay, like just do that. But if you have 15 or at least 20 years, to retire or more, just focus on growth. And if you're younger, like in your 20s, just buy a growth like like not the S&P 500. Go with like QQ, or like heavy growth where you can take when you can take a hit of maybe 30 or 40% on your investment because you're still young. You don't need that money. Just if you're young, forget about the S&P 500. Just go just go heavy on growth, like pure growth stocks, like boost your growth. People are doing a disservice about this. I invested in SHD like for almost 2 years, and I look back. I did my comparison, against the S&P 500, and if I and I had AT&T, I had SPHD, I had AGNC, I had ORC. Okay, I had a lot of dividend stocks that I deeply regret getting into it. I deeply regret it. If I had just put all my money into the stock into the S&P 500 or the total stock market today, to this day, I would have had more money, a more total return than investing in dividend stocks, no matter for how long or how great they are. And one thing, just to if you lasted this long in the video, I hate companies because companies, their sole purposes is to make a profit, and they'll fire workers, they'll screw the workers, right? Whether you believe in unionization or not, you know, I don't want to get into the gist of it, but I hate owning like like Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin. I hate owning this company. If it's in the S&P 500, okay, it's there. I have no say in it. I have no say in the matter. Okay, what other company I really starting to dislike? McDonald's. I go to McDonald's, and the service that I get for the money that I pay, it's not worth it. I still go there once in a while. Don't get me wrong. Um, I like the frappe. I like their chicken nuggets, stuff like that. Even not just me, my kids and family. That comparing it, like I like Wendy's, but I don't know what the hell is happening to Wendy's and Burger King. I really hate McDonald's lately. I can't stand it. When I go there, the experience is not what I used to be. It's not what I used to be, and I'm damn right. One other company that I really hate, it's Pfizer. I cannot put my money in Pfizer or Moderna. I mean even Johnson and Johnson. Um, I hate that this is the thing that I did a self check, a self analysis myself instead of a self analysis of companies of myself. I hate these companies because and they're even supposedly they're supposed to make our lives better. And I think that it's a rant. It's a rant. I tell you, that's the thing. Like, okay, I want to invest my money. The easiest possible to invest my money, is in the stock market. It's very easy, very easy. I'm telling you, it's the easiest thing you can do. Just put your money in the S&P 500, and if you have 20-year plus, 15, 20-year plus, if you're younger than that, just go full growth. Forget about, hey, I own Starbucks. How much I'm willing to pay for Starbucks? I own Coca Cola. I think Coca Cola, the PE is too high. No, 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 no. Oh, and I think the S&P 500 is too expensive. Just invest if you have the money for it, the dollar for it. Just put your money in there, and just let the market write itself. Take advantage of Amazon, Target, Costco, Google, Apple, which I hate Microsoft. I don't like Microsoft at all, also, but it's there. Just let's take advantage of the stock appreciation, guys. You're leaving money on the table. These companies, they don't give a damn about you. They don't care about you. They just want to make profit. So do to them what they do to their workers. All right. Don't believe the hype. As you get older, I get it. You want a more relaxed life. If you're younger, those 20% downturns, screw it. Screw it. Those, 35%, I know it's hard at the moment. And when you see all red, but just screw it, because if the world comes to an end, whether you own dividend stocks, whether you own the S&P 500, whether you own a property, if the end time comes, none of that stuff would matter. I just hope that everything gets better over time. So it's a rant about dividend investing. I learned it the hard way. I did my math, and if I would have gone with the S&P 500 and even a more growth ETF, I would, till this moment now, through everything that has happened since like 2021 to now, that's when I started investing. I would have had more money as a total return. You want to take the advice or leave it? Do whatever you gotta do. It's personal. I get it. But my point is, if you're young, just invest in growth. As you get older, you want to a more sustainable, like dividend ETF, Schd, VYM, um, like those two comes to mind. Um, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I love you, and I'm changing my investment strategy. I'm going full S&P 500 with a spark of XLK, which is the technology. I think the pure technology. It's not QQQ. It's pure techno, like VGT, but more pure technology with a sprinkle of that. And if I'm still alive, 20 years from now, I will see my own outcome. Thank you so much, and I see you on the next. I'm gonna have to change the name of the channel, but you get my drift. Thank you so much. I love you, and I hope to see you on the next SHD channel. Bye bye.